Good morning and welcome to episode 26 of our India Extraordinaire series Champions of Change. We have much to celebrate in this extraordinary land we call India, home to over 1.3 billion people. Right from the ancient times to the pre-independence period to the India we live in today has witnessed the greatness of many champions. Some of them are known to us and some unknown. We bring to you 75 episodes throughout the 75th year of independence to salute the efforts of two champions of change. They are truly India's extraordinaire. Before we go ahead, I have a question for you. What is your vision for India? I have asked this question to myself and have pondered upon it a lot. I have been churning my thoughts on this constantly and have come to a conclusion. I dream the future of India as a scientifically progressed nation. Many scientists have shared this thought with me, but one such scientist came upon it 2 centuries ago. This man was not only a prominent Indian scientist, but also a teacher, a meteorologist, a physicist, the scientific promoter of Punjab, and most importantly, the savior of thousands of lives in Orissa. In today's episode, we salute the contributions made by Ruchiram Sahani from Punjab during the period 1863 to 1948. Ruchiram Sahani was born in Dera Ismail Khan, now in Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province, a part of undivided Punjab. He was born to Ghulam Devi and Karam Chand Sahni, a merchant. The family's business was initially speeding up until it came across a hitch, forcing the family into financial instability, leaving young Sahani to fend for himself. Ruchiram Sahani was a brilliant student. He completed his matriculation from Government School Lahore in 1881. Sahani passed his BA Honours from Punjab University. The first job after he passed out from the Lahore Government College in 1884 was with the Indian Meteorology Department in Shimla. In addition to his official duty of preparing weather reports, he began delivering popular lectures on weather forecasting. He was the first and only Indian scientist at the Indian Meteorological Department at the time of his joining. His career was not merely about working at the Meteorological Department and earning his livelihood. It also had the motive to introduce science to the common people. This drove him to establish the Punjab Science Institute alongside his colleague from the Government College, J. Campbell, Oman. Sahani always believed in bringing science to the common man. But how did he do it? Well, the objective of the Punjab Science Institute was to spread science through popular lectures and actual demonstrations among general public. Sahani used to deliver lectures on everyday science topics such as soap bubbles, electricity, magnetism, poisonous gases, spinning noise, and the like. He also delivered lectures on popular discoveries of the period such as wireless, X-rays, and Edison's phonograph. To make his lecture demonstrations attractive to lay audiences, Sahani deployed the novel technique of lantern slides. Now, let me remind you, this was the time when forget PowerPoint, a simple device like projector was not present. Can you imagine an enthusiastic Sahani delivering his science lectures in a farm or under a banyan tree to villagers using this projector-like device? He was a noble man that taught people at his own expense. But do you know how he saved thousands of lives in India? Here is an interesting and significant event in Sahani's life. In September of 1885, he entered his office and called for the weather reports as usual. On inspecting the report, he found that the Diamond Harbour in Kolkata had reported an unusual decline in atmospheric pressure. There was nothing in the other reports to explain this sudden change. Immediately, Sahani sent a telegram to the observer at the harbour, asking them to send in the latest readings. which confirmed his suspicion that a big storm was approaching the east coast. He ordered the team there, as well as neighboring stations, to continue sending updates every 30 minutes and read upon other big storms that had previously hit various coasts. With all his superiors in Calcutta and no one left to consult, Sahani took it upon himself to make the forecast known to local public. A timely warning that saved the ships present at the coast at the time. The storm was to be the False Point cyclone of 22nd September 1885, one of the most severe ones to hit the Bay of Bengal in its entire history. A Category 5 storm, it generated a surge as high as 7 meters and wind speeds as fast as 250 kilometers per hour. While no official casualty figure was recorded, later accounts say that around 5,000 people lost their lives. While the casualty figure was very high, hundreds of thousands of people were saved thanks to the quick thinking of a young scientist who existed in the lowest rungs of official and social hierarchy. Sadly, the British, who had authority over his office, did not give him the recognition he deserved, as he was an Indian and belonged to a lower class of the society. He was a native and not deemed worthy of his contributions. To commemorate the life of this man of science, a stamp was issued in India in 2013 on his 150th birth anniversary. If you want to learn more about Sahni, you can refer to his biography, a memoir of pre-partition Punjab, written by his great-granddaughter Neera Burra. If we want to draw an inspiration from Sahni's life, we must take important notes from it. First, Sahni's quick-sightedness helped save lives of thousands. This teaches us to be alert in critical times of danger. Second, he was a respected figure in the meteorological department. We need such officers in our critical fields to help us evade natural disasters that we constantly face today. And third, Sahni always dreamt of a scientifically progressed India. We should not let his efforts go in vain and strive to make our society scientifically literate. Thank you for joining me, Agastya, this morning in celebrating our India's extraordinaire champion of change, Ruchiram Sahni. Have a great day.